Welcome to Paired T-Test. This video provides an overview of the Paired T-Test, instructions for processing the test run, and guidance on documenting the results. The Paired T-Test uses one group and one variable gathered before and after the treatment. The pretest and posttest must use the same instrument or metric. This is referred to as a pretest posttest design. The process begins with the researcher administering the pretest to each participant to gather the baseline score. Next, the researcher administers the treatment, which may involve minutes, hours, weeks, or even longer time frames. After which, the researcher administers the posttest to each participant, which is traditionally the same instrument that was used for the pretest. The paired t-test then computes the comparison. It calculates the mean score for the pretest and the mean score for the posttest. The paired t-test also computes the p-value. If the p-value is less than or equal to 0.05, then we'd say there's a statistically significant difference between the mean from the pretest compared to the mean from the posttest, suggesting that the treatment accounts for this difference. Alternatively, if the p-value is greater than 0.05, then we'd say that there's no statistically significant difference between the means from the pretest compared to the mean from the posttest, suggesting that the treatment was ineffective. For this example, suppose we wanted to assess the effectiveness of a smoking cessation program using a single group of participants. In the week prior to joining the program, participants are asked to record the number of cigarettes they smoke each day. The researcher will record their mean daily cigarette consumption for each participant as their pretest score. Next, the researcher provides participants with the smoking cessation treatment. Finally, the participants again will record the total number of cigarettes smoked each day for a week. The researcher will calculate the mean number of cigarettes smoked per day and enter that as the posttest score. Notice that there's a pretest and a posttest score for each participant. Begin by running the Excel DIY statistics file. Select the Paired T-Test tab. Then delete the sample data. Highlight columns A, B, and C, and press the Delete key. Next, you can enter the data manually, starting with the variable names at A1, B1, and C1, followed by the data for each participant. Alternatively, you can copy and paste the data into the Excel file from another source. The documentation template provides guidance in composing thorough and organized results. Describe the study, the research question. The research team wants to determine if the smoking cessation seminar is effective in reducing cigarette smoking. Describe the sample size, the N. A total of 40 participants were recruited. Describe the mean and standard deviation acquired at the pretest and the posttest. During the week prior to the seminar, participants smoked a mean of 29.4, standard deviation 6.1 cigarettes per day. In the week following the seminar, participants smoked a mean of 28.8, standard deviation 6.3 cigarettes per day. Describe the delta percent and statistical significance, the p-value. This is a statistically significant 2% reduction in smoking. P equals 0.01. Finally, describe the implication of the p-value. These results suggest that the smoking cessation seminar was effective in reducing cigarette smoking. If you've written your responses as complete sentences, as a final step, you can remove the headers and close up the space between sentences. This will render a viable results section. This concludes this video.